The Desmos graphing calculator is another option that we can use for a graphing calculator as opposed to the TI-84 graphing calculator. Desmos is an online graphing calculator that can be accessed by going to desmos.com, desmos.com. On this website, you will see that there are several options for calculators. You can use the graphing calculator, the for function, so the graphing calculator, the for function, or a scientific calculator. We are going to choose the graphing calculator. This graphing calculator is also available through the Apple App Store or on Google Play, so you can download it on your phone. I'm going to click Start Graphing. Now this graphing calculator has many of the features of the TI-84 handheld graphing calculator that we've been using. We can enter in x, y, squared, or any exponent. Here's all of our number keys with our operations. We can enter different kinds of functions if we were using these kinds of functions, but we're just doing linear functions today. I can enter functions that are in y equals, so I can type in y equals 3x plus 7, and the graphing calculator will graph it for me. I can choose points on this graph if I had to make a table, for instance, so it'll tell me what those points are, and I can just move along and see what those different points are. I can move around on the graph. So here's my y-intercept at 0, 7. This graphing calculator is also extremely helpful because the equations do not have to be in y equals form. So I can take an equation like the one we just looked at in our notes, negative 4x minus 3y equals 24. I can press enter, and then that function will be graphed on the graphing calculator or on this particular graph without solving it for slope-intercept form. So this graphing calculator application allows us or affords us the functionality to be able to enter equations in standard form. So here's, if I'm looking for intercepts, here's one of the intercepts. Here's the other one, and you can see that the graphing calculator puts those points on the graph for me, and it actually labels them if I click on them. And if I take the label off by unclicking it, I can now count the slope if I want to. So I can count down 2, 4, 6, 8 over 2, 4, 6. So down 8 over 6 from my rise over run. So I can do all of that on this graphing calculator, which is the same functions as the TI-84 handheld graphing calculator with a little bit more affordability for the type of equation that I'm trying to graph.